What's up, guys? Welcome back to another In Rotation album review. My name is Garrett at Yogurt on Twitter, YOOGRRTT, and this is the Now In Rotation YouTube channel where we got visuals, we got album visuals, we got new compilations dropping every single month, as well as these little reviews, first listens that I like to do. New album comes out, I listen to it a couple times, feel suited, and give you my first initial impressions, first week impressions, if you will. This week, though, or this edition, more or less, is going to be Rich the Kid, The World Is Yours. Rich the Kid, man. Rich the Kid's been around for a minute in my eyes. I used to work with a guy back in like 2014, 2015, and Rich the Kid and Tory Lanez were his dudes. And both those guys finally dropped their debut albums in 2018 within the past month. And it's really interesting because back in that time frame, that was when we were looking at Rich the Kid and him kind of being freshmen, kind of going towards that debut in the 2016 season or 2015 season. And no, these guys decided to take a different route to kind of percolate their music and their career and what they're going for. And as far as Tory Lanez, you guys could check out my review, my first listen to that, and you'll know that I enjoyed it. I thought it was just fine, and that paid off for him. And I can tell you that this Rich the Kid album is one of my favorite albums of the year so far. So this definitely paid off for him to take his time, figure out what the fuck, build up a repertoire of good features, good tracks, just great singles, and figure out how to push an album from him. And yeah, man, I don't really like feel like there's much else to say. If you know that it's a Rich the Kid album, you know what you're kind of getting into. But I can tell you that this is good. I've listened to his projects before as far as mixtapes, but as far as a debut album, this is a girthy project that offers 14 tracks that are going to bring bangers, as well as, you know, just the normal Rich the Kid. Everything in the English language sounds cooler out of Rich the Kid's mouth. So at the very fucking least, you're going to get good sounding vocals. And then the production, you got Cassius J, Jane, Resource, Mike Free, Lab Cook, Wonder Girl, Harry Fraud, Metro Boomin, Power, T-Minus, Lab Cook again. He's actually on there a few times. He's the one who did the Plug Walk beat. Danny Wolf, Don't Trust Me, Danny. DJ Mustard as well. He produced Dead Friends, that Lil Uzi Vert diss. Let me go through the track list with you guys. Track number 1 is World Is Yours. Track number 2 is New Freezer featuring Kendrick Lamar. Track number 3 is No Question featuring Future. Track number 4 is Plug Walk. Track number 5 is Two Gone featuring Khalid. Track number 6 is Made It featuring Jay Critch and Rick Ross. Drippin' featuring Chris Brown is track number 7. Track number 8 is Lost It featuring Quavo and Offset. A lot of people are playing this one for I don't know why, to be honest, because I think there are other tracks on there that stand out a little bit more. End of Discussion featuring Lil Wayne is track number 9. Track number 10 we got Early Morning Trappin', I apologize, featuring Trippie Redd. Small Things, track number 11. Track number 12 is Listen Up. Track number 13 is Gargoyle featuring Sway Lee and Offset. And then we got Dead Friends, track number 14. The standouts for me as far as those go is the opening track, World Is Yours. New Freezer's a banger, obviously. Plug Walk's a banger. Two Gone. Two Gone's probably the most introspective song on there, I would say. Small Things is too. Dead Friends has a little introspectiveness in there, but you know, Rich the Kid, I don't need like a love song. I don't need him to get deep into his feelings. I really don't. Like, that's not what we're here for. But when he does take the moment to kind of say things that you can resonate with beyond just like fashion, jewelry, money, and girls and weed and all that good shit, he kind of talks about himself for a second. And Khalid's hook on there is just beautiful. And I think that track is going to blow up in the next coming months. As far as radio play, it has everything made into it to just be a great radio single or a radio hit. Looking past that, Early Morning Trappin' was always a great one with Trippie Redd. I didn't expect it to be on this album. I just thought it was kind of a throwaway collaboration between them. But no, I was wrong. But what I will say is that, how would I say it? I feel like Early Morning Trappin's a good example of what Rich the Kid is so good at, which is taking a like quartet or a couple bars and repeating them throughout the song, and not necessarily as the hook, because he actually like shares the hook with Trippie Redd, but it becomes more than a hook when he starts to do that like when you hear him come back in and say that same thing, but it's so damn catchy and so like you just want to bop to it that it works. And that's the beauty of Rich the Kid's music, is that he has such a cool voice, and the beats are always just so fitting to him. They kind of have like these synthy sounds in the background, as well as like samples of like pagers and cell phones and like Twitter notifications and shit. Like, the guy definitely plays into his style and what type of beats complement his voice best, and it definitely shows just throughout this project. I'm very, very, very happy with how this thing has been turning out. Just on my initial listens, every single time I'm just replaying Two Gone, the Khalid song, Made It with Jay Critch, Rick Ross. That's a good song. And then you get into Drippin', and I don't skip the Chris Brown feature. That's saying something. It means that there's something good here, boys and women, and I just want to throw it out there because and the Lil Wayne feature, even though it's definitely from the factory of Lil Wayne features, where he takes the title of the track and ends his verse with the title of the track and then goes into the hook. Like, that's just like a well-oiled machine that Lil Wayne does, but I didn't mind it. I didn't think it was so redundant, and like while it did kind of sound like every other Lil Wayne feature in the past 5 years, as far as like I said, ending with the fucking title of the track at the end, and discussion, I think that's how he ends it. But it's just a very traditional. That's the word. It's a very traditional Lil Wayne feature, but I did not mind it. I think Rich the Kid carries this album on his own, that the features come in, they add to it, but they don't overstay their welcome. Couple of Migos features, Offset's on it twice. That song Gargoyle with Sway Lee is probably like my least favorite, unfortunately. And Listen Up's, I don't know. I guess it's okay. Lost It, fine. But really, guys, like, out of the 14 tracks, I can give you a seal of approval on at least 12, if not 13 of them. And even the 14th one, like I said, Gargoyle, it's not bad. It's just not as good as the other. I want to get to Dead Friends. I want to get on. As far as these singles, I thought it was really interesting how he did it. New Freezer came out back in September, and I remember being like, damn, Rich the Kid has a hit song with Kendrick, but they're not really playing into it more than this. And then throughout that whole time period, he's just been pushing Plug Walk. Like, you just hear snippet after snippet, and people probably were more interested in Plug Walk than like a music video for New Freezer. Then eventually the New Freezer music video came, and then finally in February we got Plug Walk, and that was where it was like, yes, this lived up to everything you were hyping. I get it. We'll let it go, dude, but you shouldn't tag us on for a fucking year for one song. But Jesus, that is a banger. That is a hit. And from those two, if you have those two songs on an album, you're gonna at least get eyes on your project, if those are the two singles that you're coming out with. And then if you're gonna make your third single, which is Dead Friends, even though Early Morning Trapping came out prior, but like I said, I think that was just a throw in, like, towards the end of the process. I wouldn't be surprised, just because it never really came across as like Rich the Kid's song. But anyways, Dead Friends, if you're gonna make that a diss song at Lil Uzi Vert, which, you know, if you're gonna sample that on your Instagram live, Rich, and then people are gonna be listening to that, they're obviously gonna come at you and be like, yo, are you talking about Uzi? He ain't on your album, blah 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 blah. But that's only great promotion. So the strategy of promoting this album and leading up the hype to it was really, really good. I respect it. Rich the Kid camp, the camp that is in there, like the people around him that are helping him focus his sound, beyond just the Rich Forever mixtapes, which Rich Forever 4 will be coming out this year, from what I understand. If it didn't already come out, I need to look into that, because maybe there's a review I need to do. But this album's great. I can't be happier. Banger after banger, great song after great song. I'm very impressed. I'm sorry, Rich, I didn't mean to. Shout out to Josh. I shouted him out. That's the guy who's a big Tory Lanez fan and Rich the Kid fan early on, and he called it. He knew that these guys had more than just SoundCloud stay. And while I doubted that initially, I have been proven wrong through both of these projects. So I can definitely recommend The World Is Yours by Rich the Kid. Again, my top tracks are definitely The World Is Yours, the title track, Plug Walk, New Freezer, obviously. Made It, though. Or no, not Made It. I'm sorry. Two Gone is like my number one. I would recommend that to you. And then after that, you know, everything after track 5 is wonderful, like, except for maybe Gargoyles. But seriously, there's so much in here. So what did you guys think? What do you feel? How did you like it? Did you enjoy this review? Give us a subscribe, a follow, hit us up, Now in Rotation, on pretty much every social media platform. Follow our Instagram to get all those cool little snippets of our visual tracks. And follow me on Twitter if you want to yell at me and tell me I'm an idiot. YOOGRRTT. And thank you. Have a great one, guys. Bye.